drugs and they were just irresponsible. And my mother, unfortunately, lost her parental rights, my biological mom, to the state of Connecticut. And they put me in the system. And that's when my adopted mom, who's been my mother for the last 34 years, I'm 34 years old, has been my mom. But she's Jewish. So I wanted to know, how does that work from a halakhic standpoint? And how would I go about the next step?
Sure. Okay. I'm going to start from the beginning, at least ideologically, of what we're talking about.
Okay.
You don't have to convert to Judaism in order to be in a covenant with God or keep as many commandments as you want. You don't have to do that. However, if you want to be counted among and within the children of Israel, right, the religious body, then you have to go through a halachic conversion program so they could know that you're officially one of them. You don't have to join the people of Israel in order to keep commandments. However, I believe that making the world a better place is a team effort, so it benefits you to unite with like-minded individuals. If you were adopted and your mother was Jewish, you would have to convert to Judaism.
Okay.
There's no way around it. I mean, that's just the halakha. It's interesting because in the Torah, it never calls Yocheved Moses' mother. It calls the daughter of Pharaoh, like Batya Paro, the mother of Moses. So it seems like the Torah recognizes the people who raise you as your actual parents and not the people who actually give birth to you. This is just more of a philosophical idea. Okay, but that being said, we're not dealing with God here. We're dealing with the Jewish people. The Jewish people are the ones letting you into the fold. All right, so because conversion is not in the Torah from that perspective. People coming in is in the Torah, circumcision is in the Torah, but the checks and balances like korban, like the sacrifice you have to bring, immersion, this was developed by the court in order to make sure, okay, you're an Israelite, you're not an Israelite. Just because in the land of Israel, we have something called Gerim Toshavim, resident aliens who are not adjudicated against the Torah. They're adjudicated against a different standard, not necessarily 7 laws. It's only one opinion that it's the 7 laws. Some people say it's 30 laws or whatever. So this is why they need some sort of declaration. Like now, they give you documentation that you are Jewish now, and thus you can marry a Jewish person. You could be a judge, all of the above. On one hand is God and being validated by a good God as someone who keeps his commandments and enters into a covenant with him. And the other one is being accepted amongst Israel. And now Israel doesn't mean every secular Jew out there. It means religious Israel, people who are in a covenant with God, right? Who are in some way God's representatives on earth. And this is what conversion gets you. It gets you into that club. It's important. Now, there's many people on TikTok, they're like, they try to get me to conform to what most Jews say. That's not the club. The club is not what most Jews do. It's the religious body of Israel. That's the club, right? And we have our own leaders and this and that. It doesn't matter, I have nothing in common with David Ben-Gurion, right? We both believe in the existence of the state of Israel, right? But there's nothing religious that we share in common. So it's not the same club, because some will say, they say it all the time. They're like, oh, well, you're joining our people, so you have to in some way submit to us. And it's typically a Jew who's either a Baal Tshuva or someone who's not religious, right? And it doesn't work like that, okay? So yes, long story short, you have to convert.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know you used to do conversions years ago, because I know with you it's like really simple, but some of these places, they will charge me thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars, you're right. People don't acknowledge this, and they think that I'm lying when I say it. There's people who charge you $10,000 for a conversion, and many times these conversions aren't even recognized by Israel. My conversions aren't recognized by Israel, by the way, but I don't charge any money. All right. So this is what I encourage you to do, okay? This is what I encourage you to do. Move into a Jewish neighborhood, because Fort Lauderdale Beach may have a Chabad, but Chabad doesn't do conversions. Suck it up for 2 years, get that piece of paper, right? And then everyone else who mistreats you while you were converting, once you get the piece of paper, right? Once you get it in your hand, then you could send them all to hell, and then go out there and make more Torah Jews.